Kamala Harris. Yesterday, after work, I listened to a video that touched the core of my soul. It was so sad and heartbreaking because it involved a black woman in America that has a child, daughter, baby girl, that's suffering with leukemia. And for those of you that know leukemia, it's not no joke. You have good days, you have bad days. But for a child to go through that and crying and pain, that makes it extremely bad. Well, nevertheless, this sister, daughter, has leukemia in California. This is during the time when Kamala Harris was Attorney General. Now, this bothered me so much that I'm sitting here at work the next day thinking about how incredibly evil, careless, insensitive, cold hearted Kamala Harris was toward this sister because the the baby girl missed many days in school. Come on now. She's in the hospital. She's not roaming the streets or sitting at the house. Baby girl's in the hospital, Kamala Harris. But no, Kamala Harris being as evil as she is, and I just have to say that, put the mother in jail. Why? Every child that's sitting in class, the state pays $30 a day for that child. Well, you look across the state, then you're looking at $1.2 billion a year for the children that's in school. If they're not in school, they don't get the money. And then the intelligent individual that reported on this showed videos of Kamala Harris laughing. I want money. I love money. I want money. But at the same time, this sister, child is suffering with leukemia, missing days in school, and Kamala Harris wrote this bill that if the child is more than 10%, you know, absent, delinquent in school, then the parent goes to jail. But this particular case was like when she first, got that law activated out there, the mother was at home with the child, and the law enforcement knocked on the door, as they do, and came in and put the mother in handcuffs. And she's like, why? What's going on? What's this about? And of course, they don't be nice. Talk to Kamala Harris. And the sister's like, what? And then they did like what you call the perp walk, took the sister outside, and the news media, the cameras, the sheriff, the police, and everybody's out there. They even took pictures and videos of her hand, in handcuffs. So they did the sister hella dirty. Now, as the sister's explaining this in her video, they're doing insert clips of Kamala Harris talking, saying, I sent my criminals, out there, investigators, and she said, show them your mean face, and laughing. Kamala Harris is laughing about this. Can you get over that? This black woman is laughing. It's like, Shazam, woman, what kind of heart you got? Your heart is made of rock. You ain't got no heart. And she's laughing about putting his sister in jail and the others. Sister lost her job. Got evicted out of an apartment. And they don't have nowhere to stay. Baby girl's laid up in the hospital with leukemia, sickle cell, in pain, and the mother done got put out because in jail she couldn't, so we know how that go. Now she did get a place in some sleazy hotel, motel, what have you, a dive, and this is what the child had to come out of the hospital to. Now, the sister explained she fought this for 2 years, back and forth to court, back and forth to court. Kamala Harris, she's bouncing around, having a good time with her high salary, you know, attorney general, and the sisters out there struggling like hell because of what Kamala Harris did. Put her in jail and others. But he on the breakfast club sitting down there talking with the black folks. And that breakfast club reaches millions. And when the brother asked Kamala Harris, well, for the truancy program, did anyone go to jail? Did anyone get locked up? Kamala Harris bold-faced and comfortably, wickedly said, no, nobody was locked up. People were, prosecuted, but nobody ever got locked up. That's a bold-faced, damnable lie. If this woman become the president of the United States of America, that's the end. Now, I told you way long ago that when Joe Biden put his hand on that Bible and took that oath to be in the president, that was a coup. That was a culmination of a coup. But what type of coup? Not the kind of coup that we're used to seeing where military men take over, the government, the country. Excuse me. This is a very sophisticated coup, like the world most sophisticated coup. Nice $2,000 suits, ties, shirts, shoes, briefcases, suave, educated, devils. That was a coup. You see, for those of us that still can look at life for what it really is and not get caught up on dumb stuff, the way the United States government is operating is they are operating in a dictatorship. Yes, they are. Absolutely. They're working in a dictatorship right now, all while telling the people, oh, Donald Trump, he's going to be a dictator. But that's what you're doing right now. You understand? I remember, studying this piece about Hitler. Now, you're over here, you're in Israel. I'm living in Israel. I'm over here with these people, these Europeans call themselves Jews. And I've been over here for 4 decades now, 43 years. Yes, you're going to hear about Hitler, but I did deep dive research beyond what the average Israeli tell you. When you speak to Israelis, they'll tell you, oh, Hitler was a bad man. He killed Jews, the Holocaust. That's it. But when you get to inquiring about why he killed them Jews, that's where the conversation get real shallow. It's like, I have to say, well, it's two sides to every story. But when you really look at it for what it really is, it's 3 sides to every story. And they like, what do you mean? It's your side, it's Hitler's side, and there's the truth. Since Hitler is not here, we can't hear his side. So are you telling me the truth? You understand? Well, nevertheless, Hitler had a guy in his ranks that was his chief of propaganda. That guy, his job was to create propaganda about other people that is the corruption and evil and wickedness that they're actually doing. Okay, if I understand that, if I explain it correctly, I'm saying that Hitler had a guy that his job, was to talk about the evil things that they're doing as if it's someone else. In other words, point the finger at somebody else. Oh, they the bad guys. They want to destroy democracy. Oh, they're this and it's going to be terrible. And you want to be a dictator. See, you saying all those things just like Hitler's propaganda manager would say about the other person, and you have many people caught up believing that lie, just like they're lying on Donald Trump and fact checking everything come out of his mouth and asking Kamala Harris, what do you think? And allowing her to rattle on. It's supposed to be 2 minute answer. Well, yes, I had my stopwatch and my time clock and everything, and they let her rattle beyond two minutes, which gave her an edge. It was cheating, and she had no problem with it. Woo! I hope by now you all done seen that piece about, I told you, Candace Owing. If you haven't seen it, you need to check it out. Okay? You know who you're dealing with.